Welcome to the Below Football Kaizer family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news. Coach draws positives from Al Masry defeat. Kaizer Chiefs may have fallen narrowly to Al Masry in their CAF Confederation Cup group stage opener on Sunday evening. But head coach Khalil Ben Youssef believes the performance at the Suez Stadium offered enough encouraging signs to build on as the campaign continues. Amakhasi were edged 2-1 in a tight contest in Egypt, a result that left the dressing room feeling frustrated, yet far from defeated. Speaking after the match, the coach highlighted the importance of learning quickly in a competition that demands absolute focus. This was the first time that more than 80% of our players experienced this level of continental football, he said. It's very different from the PSL. Here you must be more focused, more aggressive. At this level, matches are decided by very small details. If you lose concentration for even 1 second, you can concede. Despite the disappointment, Coach Ben Youssef was proud of the team's effort and believes Chiefs were unfortunate not to leave with at least a point. Looking at our performance, we deserved a minimum of a draw, he explained. But we have to learn from our mistakes. We'll analyze the game, look at the positives and the negatives, and continue to work. The focus now shifts to a massive home fixture against Egyptian giants Zamalek SC. It's a match that could prove decisive in shaping Chiefs' group stage journey. Coach Ben Youssef is under no illusions about the size of the task ahead. Zamalek are one of the best teams in Africa with huge experience in continental competition. It will be a tough game, but if we want to qualify, we cannot afford any mistakes at home. We need to win our home matches and collect more points away, he insisted. The coach believes that returning to familiar territory in Polokwane provides the perfect platform to respond. We know our fans, we know the stadium, and we know it will be full, he said. Their support means everything. I hope next weekend we'll win and put ourselves in a better position in the group. While the defeat in Suez stings, the mood in the Chiefs camp remains determined and positive. The team has taken valuable lessons from their opening continental outing and will channel that experience into the upcoming clash. Kaizer Chiefs coach Khalil Ben Youssef makes bold admission, first time 80% of our players experienced this level of continental football, and warns Amakhasi, we cannot afford any mistakes at home in CAF Confederation Cup against Zamalek. CAF Confederations Cup. Kaizer Chiefs. Megc. The Glamour Boys suffered a defeat in their first Group C game, and the tactician believes the loss is a harsh result. To him, a draw would have been a far better outcome given how his Chiefs went toe-to-toe against the Egyptian outfit. Next, Amakhasi will play another Egyptian side, but this time around, the challenge is expected to be even huge because Zamalek are not only heavyweights at home but are also continental giants. Bold admission. Ben Youssef has admitted that Chiefs faced a different level of football when they faced Al Masry in a continental game on Sunday. Amakhasi suffered a 2-1 defeat, but the loss came as a result of a defensive blunder by Inacio Miguel, whose attempted clearance deep inside his box gave Al Masry a chance to score a late winning goal. Miguel has found himself on the receiving end of harsh criticism after his sloppy clearance late in the second half. Instead, Ben Youssef did not criticize any of his players but stated that the result was harsh. Chiefs have to learn from mistakes. This was the first time that more than 80% of our players experienced this level of continental football, Ben Youssef told the club's media. It's very different from the PSL. Here, you must be more focused, more aggressive. At this level, matches are decided by very small details. If you lose concentration for even 1 second, you can concede, he added. Looking at our performance, we deserved a minimum of a draw. But we have to learn from our mistakes. We'll analyze the game, look at the positives and the negatives, and continue to work. Ben Youssef assesses Zamalek. The Tunisian tactician is aware of the danger Zamalek will present Chiefs and has asked his players to avoid any mistakes that could lead to another defeat. Zamalek are one of the best teams in Africa with huge experience in continental competition. It will be a tough game, but if we want to qualify, we cannot afford any mistakes at home. We need to win our home matches and collect more points away, he stated. We know our fans, we know the stadium, and we know it will be full, he said. Their support means everything. I hope next weekend we'll win and put ourselves in a better position in the group. Most read. 1. Has Mokazi played his last game for Pirates? Star abroad to discuss our 50 million move. 2. Al Masry vs Chiefs, preview, kickoff time, TV channel and squad news. 3. Veteran coach Johnson asserts I don't think Chiefs have given Sereno enough opportunity for replacing Bruce. Ex-Manchester United coach backed to take charge of Bafana post-World Cup. 5. Video Makwana scores brilliant goal to help Hazem secure win ahead of Benzema and Kanté clash. 6. PSL wrap, Chiefs product dazzles for Galaxy as Durban City miss Pirates chance. 7. Chiefs legend saves his skin by masterminding much-needed victory ahead of crucial clash with police. 8. Under pressure Mokwena warned ahead of Sundowns duel, we know how he plays. Connie calls out Chiefs stars. Chiefs players have already been scrutinized following the defeat in Suez, with former Glamour Boy Jr. Connie questioning the club's midfielders and Miguel. It was a high school mistake from this guy, Inacio, Miguel, Connie said. He is an experienced player and an international. It was a critical phase of the game. We have to question the midfield. Mthethwa and Seal were not functional. We need a proper num. Galaxy's interest in Kaizer Chiefs starlet confirmed and Makasi accused of not having time to experiment as defender dazzles under ex-Orlando Pirates coach. Makasi have been under pressure to produce players who go on to take South African football by storm. A number of their players have come close to reaching that, while others are still on their way to becoming big. The likes of Mfundo Vilakazi and Duduzi Shabalala are still on the rise, with a lot of promise in them. However, others like Nkozinga Nkobo and Wandile Duba cannot be ruled out from improving to fulfill the promise they showed. Galaxy were keen to sign Chiefs product. Former Dwayning Galaxy coach Morena Ramarebeli has explained how he once had his eye on Zolani Kasa while the left back was still impressing for the Kaizer Chiefs dstv Idiski Challenge team. Kasa was part of the championship-winning Makasi reserve side last season. Although the move to Galaxy never materialized, the defender still ended up in Botswana, where he is now turning out for Black Lions FC under former Orlando Pirates coach Owen Digama. Ramarebeli, now at the helm of the Botswana national team, continues to speak glowingly of the Chiefs' development product. He opens up on how the 21-year-old failed to move to Galaxy and also explains how Amoxie were reluctant to throw him into the first-team deep end. How Kasa's move to Galaxy failed. Fortunately, Zolani, I wanted him because I have a very good relationship with Coach Vela, Kumalo, so I wanted him at Dwayning Galaxy, and we had already finalized things, said Ramarebeli as per idiski Times. Unfortunately, when the move had to happen, I think there was a possibility of him being promoted to the senior team, and we had to withdraw. Unfortunately, he had to play another season in the DDC. But I think if one has to advise a lot of teams in South Africa, and which is something that I was saying this side about our junior teams, especially the Inacio, Mashaniza, Kaizer, Youssef will drop Chiefs like hot potato. In this edition of Supporters Forum, famous pitch invader Mashaniza speaks to Kickoff about the changes in Kaizer Chiefs' coaching department. The Ogie-spaced Makasi fan warns the club's management about being overly reliant on current co-coaches Cedric Kaizer and Khalil Ben Youssef, as he claims their loyalty is more with former head coach Nasreddine Nabi. Seth Lodi, Bruce might not see what we see in Ox. Makasi are doing well these days, gone are the days of chasing the likes of Luxalo Badi, even though we will go back to performing badly once the AFCON break is over, Mashaniza tells Kickoff. When Nabi went home to his sick wife, happy days returned a bit at Chiefs, he's now left again, and Youssef and Kaizer are winning, the morale is up again. Nabi knows football, but not being able to speak clear English meant a breakdown in communication between him and the players. Also, favoritism killed him. He doubted the quality we have. Now, My biggest worry with Kaizer and Youssef is that they are the product of the coach we sacked. So they will always look to remain in his good books. Maybe even now they are still communicating with him, asking for advice. Dalian or 1.4M Chiefs rumor, the only thing I felt bad about. Nabi should have left with his people and allowed us to appoint our own people. I believe the two co-coaches will not finish this season at Chiefs. They are still with us for now, just because Nabi is still job hunting for them. Immediately, Nabi gets a job as a head coach somewhere, they will be the first people he recruits. Soon they will be telling us about personal problems at home and they will resign and go and work with Nabi. Crucial decision to make for Chiefs. While none of their players got national team minutes during the current international dates, Kaizer Chiefs still have an important decision to make on their return to action. Chiefs will be on the long flight to Egypt for a CAF Confederation Cup group stage opener against Al Masry on Sunday at the Suez Stadium, 1800 hours. Read, new Betway Premiership club in FIFA troubles. They will do so with decisions to make up front between Flavio Silva, who has scored 4 goals in 7 appearances, and Itiosa Ighodaro, who has a single goal in 4 matches. Of note is that they have not been on the pitch together, with the technical team preferring to start with one top man. From his 7 appearances for the side to date, Silva has only been a starter twice but was then substituted in both games. His scoring average is a goal every 59 minutes across all competitions, having played 235 minutes. The longest that the Guinea-Bissau Portuguese has lasted on the field in a single match has been 64 minutes. With Ighodaro, all his 4 appearances have been from the first whistle. He has a single goal from what now totals 300 minutes. The Nigerian striker has already been able to put in a full shift with the least minutes he has had in one game at 68 minutes. Though he only arrived at Amakasi 6 weeks later than Silva, he is familiar with the league, which has contributed to why he has been given more